I'm not really sure how to say this in a delicate, professional fashion. So I'll just tell you from my heart. I absolutely hate Richmond Avenue. Oh, I could count the ways, but it would take way too long. So Virgil and I finished all of our work early today and decided, you know what? Let's go show the people why we despise Richmond Avenue. And we are starting today's adventure at the corner of Richmond and Ginetta. We are eastbound, heading towards the Galleria in downtown. And if you're good, I'm gonna take you up Montrose Boulevard and go show you where all the cool people used to hang out. Anybody who lives in the Montrose anymore is they're just there for the looks. But back in the day, it was a great place to buy Pain-Teens records and Black Flag t-shirts and really shitty drugs. But I digress. So Richmond, let's put it in context, runs just south of Westheimer, and they're essentially parallel. And I like Westheimer. I do not like Richmond. I like Westheimer. So if I got to go somewhere, and we've talked about Westheimer a million times, I'm going to take Westheimer. I'm surely not going to come show them what is going on over here. Skankville. I'm sorry, people live here. I get it. I understand it. I'm not saying anything bad about the people who have no other option but to live here. But look at it. It's Richmond Avenue. It is look at this. This is joyful. All right, so we're going to change the subject here. What the city of Houston has done is scraped off the top layer of cement or asphalt or whatever it is that was on this street, so that they can now you should see passenger cam. I'm getting seasick. So they scrape it with this weird machine. Oh, come on, buddy, don't be a pussy. And apparently it allows the next layer of new stuff they're putting down to kind of like grab. Anyway, so enough about this. Hopefully this is not too long. But this, my friends, is progress. This is part and parcel of #Repave the West Side. They're doing it. They're actually doing it. Now, are they doing it well? We don't know yet. Are they doing it rapidly? Absolutely not. But Kirkwood, it looks like it has been strafed by missile fire. It's kind of fun, but it's not kind of fun. But this is add this to the list of shitty things that are offered by Richmond Avenue. Oh, look. Love, it's so loving. Love, lovely, look at them, hand in hand, strolling down Richmond Avenue. So, where were we before we were so rudely interrupted by the city of Houston's whatever the fuck this is? We were talking about how much we disliked Richmond Avenue, and we are going to show it to you. And if you are good, we're going to go up into the Montrose area quickly, just north on Montrose, and then we're going to shoot out of downtown, down Memorial, like I showed you last time, and then we'll get on I-10, and oh no, I haven't showed you. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna show you a really cool way to get onto I-10 off of Woodway. Holy shit, that's a big one. I had no idea this was gonna be here. I had this whole thing planned out. Throw it out the window. This is much more fun. And so we're heading east. If you're on the west side of the road, it doesn't look like they've done the scraping yet. How you doing over there, Passenger Cam? At the school playground. It's too hot to be outside, 83 degrees. The little children would explode. We are slowly approaching the Hillcroft portion of the Voss Hillcroft Bingle Syndicate. Oh, this is fun. Okay, so why do I hate Richmond? Number one, they do this. And this is actually an upgrade. This is better than it was before. But we're going to get to the part where it was like it was before, and you'll just see it in its, here we go, in its own raw, natural beauty. All right. So Richmond Avenue runs, Westheimer is right over there. You go, you make a turn, you go 2 lights, you're at Westheimer. Richmond in the 1990s and into the 2000s was party central. Most of the buildings that are up and down Richmond between, we just passed Gessner, that was Gessner there. No, I take that back, that was not Gessner, that was Fountain View. That was, no, it was Hillcroft. I'm sorry. So that was Hillcroft, we're approaching Fountain View. Yeah, because that's where the British pub used to be, at Fountain View. But pretty much, like, here we go, the Penthouse, Houston. A lot of topless gentlemen's clubs. There used to be a Joe's Crab Shack out here. I think there's another strip joint right up here on this street. And then you had like Sam's Boat. You had Billy Blues, which went out of business and then was resurrected as Midnight Rodeo. Centerfolds Strip Club. Shitty Buffet. See all this area that's being torn down? That used to be Billy Blues. Yeah, and they went out of business, became Midnight Rodeo. Dave and Buster's. I mean, this is where people would come. Young people would come here. And there's a Tesla dealership. And just party their asses off. I was one of them. I was down here all the time. Well, I should say all the time. I did spend a lot more time uptown in towards downtown. Uptown towards downtown. What are you doing, Passenger Cam? Okay. See how these people are using the crosswalk? That's how you do it. So in the years since the Richmond Party Avenue days, pretty much everybody left. I mean, it was used up, it was burnt up, and people just like, fuck it, leave it here. We don't need it. We don't want it. We're gonna go someplace else. And of course, they went downtown. They went, like, Washington Avenue is now the place to start a Friday night or a 3-day weekend, whichever you got going on. Oh, they're selling flowers. Mother's Day is in a month. All of those buildings have now been converted into reputable businesses. Some of them are restaurants. It's kind of the same old Houston crap, you know, strip center with a nail salon on every freaking corner. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of shitty Delta 8 shops down here, because this has kind of got that vibe. But there was a hurricane that blew through Houston about a month. Look at these fine people. Oh, they're office people. It was, right after the huge hurricane that hit New Orleans, and that was Hurricane Katrina. And then after Hurricane Katrina happened, the mayor at that time was a guy named Bill White, and he invited a great many New Orleanians to move to Houston. And I think the concept was, come to Houston until you can get on, get your footing on level ground, and then go back to New Orleans. Well, it didn't quite work out like that. Pete's, that's a nice place if you like meat. But that's not how it turned out, and a significant portion of Southwest Houston, think like Sharpstown and now Richmond, this is where the people from Katrina started to move. Right. So this area is old, and then the Katrina people came here, which wasn't very popular with a lot of folks. And it wasn't because it wasn't because that we don't like black people in Houston. It had nothing to do with that. It just was that the people who came here happened to be sketchy. So a lot of bad shit happened after Katrina. Bill White was involved. Then you had that mayor guy from New Orleans, if you remember, the bald guy. And that guy was a joke. He ended up going to prison, I think, maybe? Something. Yes, he had something bad going on. But yeah, it was just a whole clusterfuck of an era. Okay, so here we are on Sage Road. 59's that way, Gallery is that way. And we are moments away from the West Loop. So, a lot of this area has essentially been trashed, and it is no longer the party place it once was. It is now Burlington and Golf Galaxy. The Best Buy has been here since the dawn of Best Buy. So, the Richmond Strip, we're done with that, right? We're moving into a new district. And this district, they tore down the Chick-fil-A. You guys like Chick-fil-A? Just wondering. So the Richmond Strip is done. It's toast. We're out of there. Really bumpy. Looks like they're going to actually repave the road, so wait a month or two before you come down here. This is actually Post Oak Boulevard, and this is where that dumb train goes. It's not a train, it's a bus. It goes over there to that parking garage. It's located on West Park, which is just over there on the other side of that thing. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. On the other side of that black trailer is a big hole in the ground that it dips up right over there to West Park, where you can turn right and get on the West Park Drive and access the West Park Toll Road. Yeah, but this is Post Oak. Gallery is to our left. I've considered writing little R's, little L on my fingers because, when you're in the heat of the moment and you're doing this and you're like, I don't know my left from my right. And honestly, the day that they taught, the day in school when they taught us left versus right, I was absent that day. Things that I have no idea how to do. Tell my left from my right. I'm wrong 50% of the time. And days of the week in French. I missed that day. I missed that day in French class. So if somebody were French and be like, hey, what are you doing on Thursday? I'm going to be like, what? What are you doing? What are you talking about? All right, so Richmond, we are now inside the loop. And we're approaching the train tracks that run north and south through Bel Air and up into Highland Village. These houses here, if you would have asked me 10 years ago if you should buy a house here, I would have said absolutely not. But with the exception of this place, looks like a truck dealership. It's actually turned out pretty nice. This is the fixed road from when they did this portion so long ago. A lot of nice houses to and fro. This is 59 is over there, and this, I looked it up. Holy shit! No water. I just watched Virgil the other day. Oh, did you catch that? Greenway Plaza. So what you see in front of us, that kind of silvery glass building, that is Greenway Plaza. And that building is 9 Greenway Plaza. How do I know that? How do you know these things? Because I worked in that building when I was 18. So Thomas Print Works is still here. So if you need blueprints, you can come over here. There's upscale furniture places, typically lighting, like that's the lighting center. This is now a cancer center. Right here, Ferguson. If you're looking for chandeliers or bathroom lights or that kind of stuff, this area between west of Wesleyan and east of the train tracks, that is where you go buy hanging lights. Trust me on this. All right, so we are at Wesleyan Drive. If you go up Wesleyan far enough, it dead ends into San Felipe. Actually, I think it goes through, but it changes names. But if you go that way on Wesleyan and right before you get to Bel Air Boulevard, it becomes Stella Link. I don't understand it either. But you know, like I keep saying, we're going to work with it. So, yeah, I worked in 9 Greenway Plaza. Oh. Okay, so I worked there third shift. My uncle got me the job. Thank you, Uncle Bobby. I worked there third shift. I was a tape librarian for mainframe computer operators. The reel-to-reel had pretty much been phased out by that time, but there were these cartridges, kind of similar, if not exactly similar, to an 8-track tape, 8-track, 4-track. So anyway, that's what I did, third shift, and we smoked a lot of cigarettes, and because you could smoke in the buildings back then, and it was a happening time. So we're going to turn here on Timmins. Remember that pedestrians have the right of way, especially if they're really slow. Don't worry, take your time, brother. You are going to be on YouTube, so wave, smile. All right, here we go. You know what's over here? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna show you, because I know you're gonna love this, because that's just the kind of person you are. Can we do it? Yes, we can do it. Sunday morning, get out of bed early and turn on your television. Look at one of the local stations. And, you know, they have all that programming, religious programming. Well, here is the Mecca of mega churches. This is the mega church Mecca. This is Lakewood Church. Now, when I was a very young man, it was a building called The Summit. And the Houston Rockets played here. That was their jam. And they would always have concerts here, too. And the circus, the P.T. Barnum and Bailey Circus. Because the garage I parked in was like that building right there in front of us. And all the elephants and shit and literal shit was on this little back alley. Oh yeah, you can go down there and like look at the tigers and shit. Don't stick your fingers in there. Tigers will detach them. I guarantee it. All right. So, yeah, there's Lakewood Church. That's where you can go park. So, worked here, and now I don't work here. But this is called Greenway Plaza. And it's what is it? It's a great place to work. If you live in this area, I mean, you want to work here. This is nice buildings, some nice restaurants around, plenty of garage parking, so that you don't have to leave your car out in a blazing hot parking lot while you're at work all day. As a matter of fact, a company I used to work for built all these really cool signs. a long time ago. All right, the street in front of us is Edlow. If you turn left on Edlow, it'll take you up to Westheimer, and then it ends. If you take it right, you can go over 59 to the West Park Drive, and then I know you can go through there, but I don't know what is back once you pass over West Park. I guess it's just a bunch of houses back there. Just thought you should know. And we're moving. So Kirby is coming up, and I've always mentioned, if you know Kirby, you know Westheimer. So a lot of the stuff that look what these people do. They just blow the leaves out into the street. Hey, Mr. Mayor, why don't you do something about that? Because my water bill keeps going up. Because it's not because of my water. It's because they keep charging us to clean out these gutters. Like, well, look at this asshole blowing shit into them. Anyway, I'm over it. So you can easily access anything cool that's on Westheimer, and if you're on Westheimer, you can cut down, like this is Buffalo Speedway. You can cut down here, go have lunch. I don't know what there is around here anymore, because a lot of stuff is closed down rather, post-pandemic. There used to be, god dang it, pardon me. I just spent like a month cleaning Virgil. He had pollen, yellow pollen, in the vents. It was in the vents. I had to blow them all out. It was not fun. Anywho, how you doing over there, passenger Cam? What are you looking at? Leaves, dead leaves in the dirty ground. So there used to be a restaurant over here called the Velvet Elvis, and then when Priscilla got her little Lee press-on nails into the Presley Fortune, they closed it, and then they call it like the Velvet Melvin, I think it was, and I don't even know if it's open anymore. Here's a fun fact. There used to be a strip club over here called Pussycat Dolls, and I would meet up with the guys I worked at 9 Greenway Plaza with before, because we worked third shift, so we'd go over here, and there was a stripper there. Only had one arm. I don't remember what her name was, and I never talked to her, but it was like, what the fuck happened? Shouldn't the DJ like forewarn you, like, ladies and gentlemen, now coming to the stage is our beautiful but one-armed Candy. Tip her well, gentlemen, but just make sure she can reach it with her left hand. All right, so here is Kirby Drive. So here's all the restaurants. We're going to see restaurants. And I don't know what that is. Pico's. We got little Papacitos over here. This is an Audi dealership, Volkswagen dealership. There used to be a really big Mexican restaurant over here. No, it was a different one up here. It's got a name that everybody would know, but I can't remember it. And of course, as we're drifting away from the industrial or the corporate type business vibe over at Greenway Plaza, we're now coming into the Montrose. So we're starting to see the two blend together. 83 degrees. Today is, by the way, it is April 16th. It's a Wednesday. Yesterday was tax day. I already got my refund back. So, many years ago, I was with an organization, and we would meet at a restaurant right over there. I don't know the name of the street. Oh, this is Greenbrier. But the next light is Shepherd. And so there's this weird Shepherd thing that happens. You want to see it? Let me show it to you. Oh, Jesus. Look at these bumps. I hope they let us turn right. All right, so Shepherd's one way, like over there, and then it's like, 2 ways over. Oh, jeez, I just got over here. All right, I got to show this to you. You just got to see it. Okay. So what happens is when you turn right on Shepherd, Shepherd becomes a one-way street on the other side of that building. And can you see that? Let me tilt Mr. Passenger cam over here. So if you're looking down that street, you see that car's red light down there, the tail lights on it right there. He's about to turn on to Shepherd, but it's only one way. It's only one way. So the other way is Hazard. I'm just going to show it to you. This is why English is such a difficult language, and learning to drive in Houston is so difficult, because they just come up with the wackiest shit and just like, let's throw it out there, see what they do. Trill Burgers, if you're familiar with Houston's rap scene. Oh, no, you can't. Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Hibachi! All right, so notice how that lane of traffic going that way is different from this lane of traffic going this way. Look at that. So what's going to happen is we're going to curve around all this. Hello, guys. I don't know what that thing is, but it's good. I would eat that. Amy's ice cream. All right, so here we are, 59, and this is Shepherd. Ooh, nice truck. Okay. All right. And I'm just going to make a double left here. So we're southbound. That's 59. That is southbound. It's southwest. We know. We're just working with it. Okay, I'm going to cut this guy off. Thank you. Horse dealership. That's new. All right, so you want to go back the other way. Check this out. This street is a one-way street, and it is Shepherd. Huh? Well, that wasn't Shepherd anymore. That was... We'll look it up on a map. I'm telling you, I don't understand. I mean, I drive it all the time. Driving it isn't the issue. It's like remembering the names. After a certain point, it's just like, who fucking cares? I know I need to make a right, and then a left, and then another left, and then I'm back to where I started from. So we'll look it up. I want to say, I guess it's Greenbrier. Yeah, so I think that's Greenbrier going... But it goes that way, and Shepherd goes that way. Don't worry about it. So all we're doing is we just flipped around and we're heading right back over here to Richmond, and this is a really good thing. This is a happy accident because you can get to see Rockin' Robin, and there's Star Pizza still here. Yep, there is a Star Pizza here. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Don't feel bad if you don't like it, but I like it. But it's not. I don't think of it as like pizza. I think of it as like Star Pizza. All right, what do we got going on here? Homeless, on drugs, waiting for a bus. I remember those days. All right, so here is Rockin' Robin. If you need a guitar string, if you need a surfboard leash, that is the place to go. And there is a yard sale. Wow. And we just happen to be turning this way. All right. We are back on Richmond. We are eastbound, and we are going to go left on Montrose. So this is, I guess, the bottom of the Montrose, this area, right? Because 59 being right there. You're starting to bleed into some different areas. Like you've got Rice University, the Museum District, which is all over there, and then I don't know what they're calling this end. So like once you, I'm not even gonna explain it to you. There's another area over there, but really a lot of this is influenced by what was once the Montrose. They still call it the Montrose, but it's not the Montrose because I can't go right over here and buy heroin from that guy. You know? Woodhead, yes, Woodhead. Hey, do you remember the video I did many months ago about how not to make a U-turn? This was the intersection that's the intersection where that incident took place. And I don't know. This was the Genesis. So what is the Montrose from a historical perspective? It was the alternative community. And when I say alternative, it did I saw them way too late. Oh man. Alternative being you had anybody from punk rock to kinky sex to just old gay couples and old lesbian couples, punk rock music. You had Nirvana. I mean, tattoos. This was the place. The Montrose was the place to go. There had record stores where you could actually buy records and tapes and CDs. And there was a band from Houston called Pain Teens, the Pain Teens. And the lady who sang for that band, Bliss Blood, was actually the cashier at Soundwaves up off of on Westheimer, just east of Shepherd. So it was just a crazy time to be like into that scene, and this is where the vast majority of it took place. And it has now gentrified. How it happened, I'm not 100% sure. I think the notion that it was a safe haven for homosexual men who happen to be like, damn, these guys make money. What do you do for a living? But they would come out here and buy these kind of wrecked homes, which they're very historical homes. They are a very significant component of Houston of the past. But they were cheap, and they came in and fixed them up, and now this is kind of like the hey, look at this, kind of the trendy gay area. Here's Colquitt. Oh man! So this has all been here before for years. These houses and whatnot, these businesses. Once we get closer to Westheimer, which won't take very long, you'll see remnants of the old Montrose. As a matter of fact, we'll cut down whatever that street is called where KLOL used to be, and we'll kind of go back around, show you some of the old places, because I'm imagining that some of the old buildings are still up. I hope. I usually don't come down here very often because I got no business being down here. There's nothing compelling to do over here. But I'm not saying I dislike it. I'm just saying I don't have any reason to come over here. Petrol at Chevron is $2.99.9 a gallon. I use Chevron. This is not like an advertisement for them, but if you also use Chevron, get their Chevron rewards card thing, and man, save yourself some money on gas, because especially if you drive a car that has 93 octane, it's like, how much? So this is the Greek church that you can't see on our right, and they have the Greek Fest there every year. Told you these people like to have festivals. And wow, rip most of this out. This is crazy. So everything is an empty field over here. Love it. That's the name of the street. KLOL used to be down here. Yes, we used to show up 2 o'clock in the morning. KLOL requesting music. Wow, look at this. Look at this. They tore it all down. The old Second Soundwaves location and the Half Price Books. It is gone. Wowie, wow, wow. That is, holy shit. That's so sucks. Alright. That is horrible, man. I mean, that. Gentrification in action, my friends. Gentrification in action. This is a one-way street, isn't it? Fuck it. Should have went down there. Alright, do not enter. Well, you should have put a sign back there that said do not enter over there because I entered. Alright, so we are in Westheimer. We are eastbound, and they were going to tear this old theater down, and they didn't. They ended up turning it into like restaurants, and now it looks like it is closed. Drake's Hollywood. That used to be a dive bar. Ah, dude, they just wiped it out. And now they're parking food trucks over here because just what we need in Houston are more food trucks. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go up to the Montrose Boulevard. So you have the Montrose, the neighborhood, and you have Montrose Boulevard, the pathway through the neighborhood. A lot of construction down here. Okay, I'm assuming this is progress. I don't know. I see graffiti here and there. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Look at this guy. Feed me. Feed me. Feed me. Feed me. Seriously? Seriously? See, people are confused down here, so don't be confused. All right, burger joint. On the other side of the street is Nico somewhere. So old buildings repurposed for new concepts, but it's the old buildings. Looks like they redid Nico's. It's on the other side of the street. Something used to be there in that field. And this Mexican restaurant has been here forever and a day. And it's pretty good. There's Texas Art Supply up here on the other side of this giant bump. Passenger cam, you're quite the kooky fellow. Alright. Somewhere in here should be Texas Art Supply. There it is. Yeah. Looks like it's still open, which is a good thing. Okay, so that's the Montrose. It looks like all the stuff that, oh man, all the stuff that you would like come down here to do and see has all been deleted. All right, this is West Gray. If you guys know who Scotty Kilmer is, he's a YouTuber. He moved out of Houston, but his house was right over there. And he worked on my wife's car a couple times. So what is next on our list? Now we're going to exit this area. It's depressing. And you know, I don't want to say that what I'm doing here is documenting the decline of Houston, but what I'm doing here is documenting the decline of Houston. And I wish it wasn't like that. I wish it was more like, oh, dude, this one time Oh my God. Oh my God. Ugh. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to hop on Memorial Drive. Yes, the same Memorial Drive. There was a portion of that journey where there was a fork in a road just before you get to, I'm trying to figure out how this road works. Okay, it goes this way and then that way. There was a fork right before you got to the loop as we were heading west. We're north now, that's west. And we went on the right fork because that was Memorial Drive. That was the purpose of the journey. This time we're going to go left, and that road is Woodway. And I'm going to show you a super duper cool way to get on I-10 without having to deal with, what lane am I supposed to be in? Oh, why won't anybody let me over? Because you won't need to. It just, boop, puts you right where you need to be. All right. What are they building here? This was something. You know, it was a field. All right. I don't know what that is. I can't. Whoa! I need to stop my car. I can't see anything. Can you see anything over there? Yep. Dirt. It is a very large building under construction. I don't know what it is. So directly in front of us is the Buffalo Bayou and Allen Parkway. And there's a whole lot of construction over here, which is why this is, so fucked. Oh, there it is. You hear those jackhammers? So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this light and make a left immediately at the next light so that we can get on Allen Parkway heading west. Hey, this guy's from Louisiana. That guy's taking a nap. What else we got going on over here? I don't know. Just a lot of construction. Houston is just notorious for construction. But you know, when it's happening in your area, it sucks at the time, but man, the payoff is so fucking good. But when you don't live on a side of town and you have to deal with this shit, you're like, fuck you, get out of my way. And if you guys block my ability to make a left turn when I get the green light, each and every one of you shall perish. You see, this girl's like, she knows she fucked up. Yeah, you better look down at your phone. So go over this hill. The next light is Washington Avenue. And of course, passenger cam is looking at the west fascia of downtown Houston. And there are some dogs. Look at them little doggies. They need some water. All right, so here we go. Alrighty. We'll drive a little bit slower this time because this place is bananas. Florida plates. All right, here's Wall Drive. Don't want to get on Wall Drive. It's 84 degrees. So I did confirm that that building over there that is being built, apartments, very expensive apartments. And to our left is the billion park. And the Lost Lake. It's over there somewhere. They only recently put this particular traffic light up. And no, is it the next one? Maybe it's the next one. They just put up a light. Like, why did we don't want efficiency? We want convenience. This is the place to come if you live in the area and you want to show off your chiseled physique. Yep. All right. I was kind of spaced out there for a second. Like, where am I going? Trying to get to Memorial Drive. So what we're going to do is we're going to get on Shepherd, right? Right. We're going to take a right on Shepherd. And there's a really fucky way to make a left. But we need to make that left to get onto Memorial Drive. And Camp Logan. All right, so this is, like I said, this is Houston. It's Houston. All right, so that fly over there, that is Shepherd. I guess we're technically on Shepherd. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through this light on this side, and then on the other side, we got to do some shucking and jiving. There's this weird little alcove that will allow you to make a left, but I think there's a light there. I don't think you can just go through it. I'll show you. I'm just going to show you. All right, green light. We're moving. And away we go. All right, here we go. Oh, see, very weird. Very weird. But now we are on Memorial. Now we're on Memorial. Now we're on Memorial. We are westbound. Feel like I'm a Formula One driver blasted down Memorial. Okay. So here's what's going to happen. We're gonna cruise through the park, and we're going to come to a fork in the road, and we're going to take the left fork, which puts us onto Woodway. That's Camp Logan. Lovely Camp Logan. This is the street where we came out of Camp Logan, Crestwood. Now on this side of the park, not this side of Memorial Drive, this is where the joggers are, and this is the total freaking meat market. They have since It used to come like right up to the curb, the jogging trail. It was super wide too. And I don't know what happened, but they decided to move it back off the road a bit, and then they put some grass or plants in front of it so you can't see it. But that's a 5G cellular antenna blaring microwaves straight to our skull. Yeah, they're way back there. So I don't know what, I guess just to make more green space? I don't know. I don't care either, but I do care. Why? Because I probably paid for it. All right, so I'm in the center lane. In the center lane, you can go to either fork in the road. Oh. And we're going to take the left fork. Ah, the land bridges. I have no idea what purpose it serves. I guess it allows animals to walk across. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool looking and all, but it's like, was it worth all the money? All right. And there, you can see it. There is a sign there, but that lane is Memorial, and that lane is West Loop and Woodway. So when we went on our rush hour traffic adventure on the loop, we eventually got into a lane that allowed us to get on the I-10 heading westbound from the West Loop North. And it took a while to get to that place, and then once you got to it, it was like, whoa, okay, you gotta wait a little bit longer because of the frickin' traffic. So here is a quick and easy way to avoid all of that. That's the Arboretum. And why would you want to avoid all of that? Well, because I don't want to die. All right. Making it right. Ooh. Maybe this guy knows the secret too. Accelerate. 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 Left lane must enter ramp. And to enter a ramp to what? I-10 West. Or east if you want to go east. I don't give a shit. Look at this. 82 miles an hour. We're going downhill, and I was going fast. All right, make our little change and get over here in the I-10 West. Look at that, look at that. It's so cool. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And now we are on I-10 heading west. Look at that. Kind of a loopy-loop. And there you go. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, we got an ambulance guy in front of us. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Just a little adventure, just something to share with you. Nothing supremely exciting. It is nice to see that Richmond Avenue is being destroyed in order to be rebuilt, and the Montrose is sad, dude. That is so fucking sad. It's inevitable. I've mentioned it many times. You know, you got all these places that are just, you know, disintegrating, and people are like, fuck, I'll buy that thing, tear it down and build something I like. And it's just happening in so many cool areas of town, and it's so fucking frustrating, because it's like, that was a really cool building that had some merit to it, but I don't yet think big, rule the universe. So for now it stands, and that's life. You know, sometimes you get handed a nice steaming pile of shit, and what do you do with it? I don't know, you figure it out. So we get around Motorcycle Man here so that I can start to begin you a fond farewell, because that is the end of today's adventure. I appreciate you tuning in, and hopefully we can get some good passenger cam shots to make it all that more dynamic experience. So until we meet again, thank you for watching. Tell your family and your friends. I hear that subscribers and likes are really cool, so feel free to do that. And pet your dog for me. It's very important. And if you have a cat, you can pet your cat too, but more importantly, the dog. And that's all I have to say about that. So, be careful out here. It's crazy. And that's all I got. So, until next time, bye-bye. Safe light repair, safe light replace. Man, it's pretty bad when even I'm singing the jingles.